Michael, I give thanks to you.
Can we get a round of applause for all the musicians and artists? Give yourselves a round of applause. If we could legalize freedom, you and I could relate. If we could legalize freedom, churches would hold out their hands to those with empty pockets, those who don't believe. If freedom was legal, you and I could actually be different. Wow, legal freedom. What a concept. If freedom was legal, folks would share. If freedom was legal, folks would care. If freedom was legal, you would actually learn things in school and not be conditioned, not be programmed. Just think if freedom was legal, there would actually be something on TV to watch. If freedom was legal, maybe we should legalize freedom so equal opportunity can actually exist. Because if we legalize freedom, most of the lawyers, judges, politicians, prison guards, they would actually get a real job. If freedom was legal, man wouldn't have to market so many drugs. If freedom was legal, most of these wars going on would have never got started. Legal freedom. Legalize freedom. I mean, the Native Americans had freedom, and they didn't need locks or paper money. And to this day, the whole world suffers from the effects of when the original people lost their freedom. When they were robbed of their freedom, kidnapped, and turned into prisoners of war. A war continuing to this day that we didn't start, let alone want to be part of. Yeah, legal freedom. Legalize freedom.
Beautiful black people. Beautiful people.
Legalize freedom.
Beautiful people in the back of the room.
Legalize that freedom.
Beautiful people.
Legalize
Beautiful people in the
freedom.
back of the room. I'm talking to you. Beautiful people. Hey, in the back of the
In
room.
the back of the room.
Listening is an art.
In the back of the room.
And I know that we kind of getting adjusted. And you know, we close up in here. We're like 1977. And what I mean by that, we know we all rode in the same back seat, about 15 of us. Right? No seatbelt. Squeeze in, some of us on the floor. So right now we're like 1977. We appreciate you. But there are some crates in the back. Hold on now, people in the back. There's some floor space up here. So if you want to bring your crate, you are more than welcome. If you want to come and sit on the floor, you're more than welcome. But people in the back of the room, I'm going to say people on the west side of the room, maybe they know they'll get that then. Closest to downtown. I love y'all. But Brother Michael is on the mic. And I'm standing right beside him, and he's trying to legalize freedom. And if freedom is coming through the air, you would have missed it. But I love you so much. And if you could, while the poet is on the mic or the artist is on the mic, mic. Let's give them the space and time. And so they shouldn't have to yell, and they definitely should not have to feel like their voice is not heard, not in this space. So I give thanks, and I mean that with all love and respect. So if you're moving around and you just come in, just stop where you are and just listen, 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 listen.
This is the number one poem, the number one poem, the number one poem. This is the number one poem. Object of desire in the mirror are much closer than they appear. Because this is the number one poem, the number one poem, this is the number one poem. And I am doing somebody, or someone, a good body, good girl, good and plenty, good thing, good love. Just something good. Cause I am so lonely for you. Lonely for you. Cause number one, Itchy Baron, the one, the only, one, number one. Well, fuck one. Fuck number one, the singular and the unplural. Fuck the one and only and all of that. And fuck one too. Cause one is the loneliest number. One is a lonely ass number. Just listen to Jesus Christo if you want to understand. I mean, you can't really run away from one, and besides, two have 8 times the strength of one. That's why I'm so lonely for you. I am so lonely I can't find my way. I need a departure from this dark. Cause lonely just won't leave me alone. I need some electricity. Cause lonely just won't leave me alone. Lonely just won't leave me alone. Lonely just won't leave me alone. I am doing somebody, a presence in my room. I mean, I have said my prayers, and all my overdue fines have been paid. And I bought a microphone, so this message can be spoken. I am your woman, she, naturally brown from our ancestors' son. I am your woman, me, a sister from the village, a field sister, one whose ashy knees actually come from the struggle. I mean, we could meet secretly, or we could just not give a fuck. Don't matter. Cause lonely just won't leave me alone. Lonely just won't leave me alone. Lonely just won't leave me alone. This is the number one poem. This is the number one poem. The number one poem. This is the number one poem. Thank you.
and I didn't even know it. But that's how the Most High works, right? And we just relax a little bit and open up our real eyes and our real ears, then we will see and hear what's really happening. Now stop all that extra noise going on. Feel me? I don't give a damn about the Republicans. I don't give a damn about the Democrats. I only care about my people. That's all I care about. Because my people are the ones that have the answer to everything. Because our people are a reflection of the Most High. Somebody say something. Say something. So, this thing tonight about moving ahead is something near and dear to my heart because the new world is coming. Y'all feel me? The new world is coming. I can see it. I can see it. Well, that's right. We're gonna be even more affirmative. It's here. The new world is here. So if you holding on to this old world, you in trouble. Somebody said to me, don't you mean the New World Order? I said, that ain't what I said. I said the new world. Because the New World Order ain't nothing but a rearrangement of the old world, and they try to sell us that it's something new. That's all it is. That's all it is. So we're going to move ahead because it's time for us to get out of the condition that a lot of us find ourselves in. Ain't that right? We have the power to do anything we desire to do. But my sister said it, we gotta make a decision. We can't play in the middle anymore. I'm not a Christian, but I know the Bible. The Bible says you're neither hot nor cold. You're lukewarm, so I'm gonna spit you out my mouth. Ain't that what it says? Truth is a light. So this poem I want to do is called In the Spirit of Positivity because I'm a very positive person. I think positive all of the time and I act positive too. Because positive thinking without positive action is like faith without works. You will accomplish nothing but wasting a bunch of energy. So we not only need positive thought, we need positive action. This one sister told me, she said, Brother Shabaka, you so positive it makes me sick. I said, sister, you got it wrong. You ain't sick because I'm positive. You sick because you ain't positive. Better recognize, don't get it twisted now. This poem is called In the Spirit of Positivity. Time to get unstuck. Look like your life is in a rut. Just can't seem to move ahead. But I can't believe that your brain dead. You have the power to make a change. Things don't have to stay the same. I'm just trying to shine the light, encouraging you to fight the good fight. Never give up and never give in. With this kind of thinking, you will never win. So when life knocks you down with a punch to the chin, dust yourself off and start all over again. Spend your days propelled by motivation. You must crush, you must destroy all procrastination. Do this and you will save a whole lot of aggravation. Remember, you have the power to change your reality. Always hold or remind yourselves of the possibilities and then move ahead with all your abilities. You have all the power you need inside of you, and don't ever let anybody tell you that this ain't true. They'll have you acting like a fool because they're confused and trying to confuse you too. But be the image of God. That's who you really are. And with this thought, you're sure to move far. So don't weigh yourself down with a negative thought. And positive thinking is something that can't be bought. You must create the condition in your own mind, and then you will be pleased by the joy and peace you will find. So never give up, never give in. With this kind of thinking, you will never win. If life knocks you down with a punch to the chin, get up, dust yourself out, and start all over again. So if you want to live a life of victory, make sure you do all things in the spirit of positivity.
make room for someone to be beside you. This is a city that has got the New York inspiration. We are in a place that's normally you have a little bit more breathing room. Normally you're not on the subway, you're not used to that. But it's a space. Hey, we're taking off. Everybody on the spaceship. Make room for whoever is beside you. Make room. Make room. The book. This is the book that's supposed to be going around the room? Yeah. This is the book, this green book? Okay, wait. Okay. Come on, break it. We're gonna let Diggins sit down. All right. Can I get a hand from the furthest back person in the room? Like a hand up. Furthest back. Hey! All right. Back. All right. Furthest front person in the room. Raise your hand, somebody. In the corner. All right. So one thing for sure about Cinnamon Sweets is that listening itself is an art. Because there's so many artists in the room, it's so easy to get vibing because something is popping in there. They be atoms. So if something is stirring the molecular structure of our spiritual being, you're gonna be like boo boo boo. But the thing that makes this space the opportunity for people to open up is that the people in here are opened up and listening to receive them. And I know that it takes some time, some effort because we're stimulated. But I am speaking to the bricks, every brick in the building, every atom, every molecule, because one thing about this spaceship, you have to be on one accord. You have to be in tune. And if this is too much for you when you found out about it on Facebook, you need to exit out the side, you understand. Because for real, this is about attunement and according, being in alignment. It's an axis that artists vibrate higher to vibrate together. We vibrate higher. So connect yourself to the connection that's already going. Because if you're trying to get a side connection, you're going to throw off what's happening. They say don't use your cell phones on the airplane. For a reason. So just much respect and much love. I know it's like love here, but we got to anchor ourselves and open our spirits because our mouths will go silent and our spirits get big. I said. This mic is good right here. I don't have any ego, I'll let it go.
Peace, peace. Man, there's way too much family in the room, so I'm just gonna say peace.
Wait, so much.
To all of y'all. Peace. 3 times, all right. This is Cinnamon Sweets. Every second, every other Saturday. I was right the first time. Every second Saturday, I made that mistake.
Hey.
I had my show last Wednesday. She was not shy about correcting me. So, this is Cinnamon Sweets. My name is Jeff Goldman. I got with the G. Both. I got a couple of joints for y'all. This first one is called Only Human. Because it's Saturday night and everybody's looking right, so maybe somebody's getting laid. Maybe not. But if you are, if you're thinking about it, you might want to think about this. Only human. After the morning after, did we write the next chapter in the book of our happiness and laughter? Or was momentary passion all that we captured? Should we be enraptured with the joy we employed the night before? Should we toy with the idea of you and me continuing to be right here? Or should we give in to our fears and leave things as they initially appeared? You getting speared, me having my pipes cleared. Don't mean to seem weird, but should we even care? Is it a burden we're really prepared to bear? I've never been scared of a good thing, but are you but for me to cup and cuff the sweet sounds of dicking you down when I'm sexing you up. Beyond a big nut, is lust really enough to try and touch something real? Can we separate how we copulate and syncopate the truth about how we feel? Can we look ourselves in the mirror fully clothed and peer into our individual souls and see forever unfold? Or is a triple X flick all that's being shown? I suppose life can seem cold when you live it all alone. As we get grown, we're told to go for what we know, but what if we know not what we do? She likes him and he likes her too. She'll let him rip through and he's like, yo, cool, cause that's exactly what I've been trying to do. Which one of them is the fool? Which one is the tool? Who's breaking the rules by taking a dip in love's pool? Would it be me or is it you? Emotions can be cool, playing us and betraying us, especially when two people just wanna fuck. What other variations or complications need to be involved in that equation? When physical titillation is the sole goal of a joint operation, no other information needs to be incorporated into that pregame presentation, right? Well, we just might really like the way our serotonin spikes. I mean, we get to boning and our spirits just start to unite and take flight together. Hold up! I just bought a raincoat. I didn't plan on this type of weather. Can things get any better? Yes. They can also get worse. Love hurts when folks don't know what real love is worth. All of a sudden, she's the perk, he's the jerk. Relationships take a lot of work. Human beings search for that perfect compliment, only to claim it's heaven sent. Hope they find it. Maybe it is to an extent, but nobody really cares to be reminded that just bumping and grinding won't necessarily get the sun, moon, and stars all aligned in their favor. When it comes to finding someone of their favorite flavor. After all, we're only human. Who in the hell knows what we be doing? Just give us a reason to cater to our animal behavior. That's only human. Thank you. I'm Jeff Goldman. Thank you.
So many artists in this room that I think just the band just ruins it. And whoever wants to seize it is going to seize it. It's like, what can I say? Yes, sir.
Good evening, family. Good evening, family. How y'all doing in the back? Way back. Way there in the back. Y'all like, hey, I see a hand. I see a couple hands. Thank you, brother. Serious. I hope you get up there and do something serious. Maybe something rough. Hi, my name is B. Well. And let me say happy first anniversary. And I gotta do an honorable mention. Sometimes, the most vocal of the four sisters that started this a year ago and had all that faith every month, brought it together so that it's what it is now. Some of the most vocal of them get get mentioned all the time. But there's one that usually gets left out because she's the background. But I want to mention her tonight. That's Sister Jericho. It's usually the Malcolm
Martins and, you know, Asada is the spokespeople, the one who can articulate a lot of what's inside to get mentioned. But they wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for a lot of foot soldiers who was actually doing all the work when they were talking. And so that's, you know, Jericho falls into that category.
Yeah.
Also, Mike is he's like that too. We don't talk a lot, but he's here every day. So we want to give thanks to him as well. Everybody ever heard of a man named Paul Mooney? Anybody? Seems like he might have some fans in his house. Paul Mooney is actually met him in New York one time. He was looking for a cab. Me and my friend approached him. And he wasn't trying to talk to anybody. He was trying to get where he was going. I reached my hand out. Hey, Paul Mooney, Paul, reached my hand out. And he was like, oh, I'm trying to get close to him. Which I respected. And then he asked my friend, like, man, what are you? We both mixed. And he started clowning him because he was mixed. It was funny. Anyway, that has nothing to do with why I'm saying this, because Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney, that's why I like this place. We can talk a little bit. Give me the wrap it up the movement if it's needed. I probably won't listen, but give it to me anyway. Paul Mooney, you know how the thing he said, I used to wear niggas so much, I used to keep my teeth white. You know. And he got a lot of, he says a lot of things that we all think or feel, but might not say in front of a room full of, especially mixed company. And for that, I love the truth and the sincerity that he brings and the perspective that he brings. Then you got a brother like Richard Pryor, you know, who Paul Mooney wrote for, whatever, was contemporaries when it first started. And Richard Pryor also used to use the word nigga a lot. And then some of you might know, at one point he stopped using it. Does anybody know? And I'm a teacher, so we're gonna raise hands and do it, you know, methodically. Does anyone know why he stopped using the word? Okay, I know you know. I know you know. Can I get somebody I might not? I don't know this brother right here. I mean, we know, like, we eye each other when we're drunk, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. What's your name? Tamu. Brother Tamu. Why did Richard Pryor stop using the word nigga?
Because he went to Africa and he said there wasn't no niggas in Africa.
Y'all hear that in the back? I can't. Say it louder. Oh, that's right. Wait. Hey. Go ahead.
Because Richard Pryor went to Africa and he said he didn't see no niggas in Africa.
That's right. Certainly clap-worthy, or I'm trying to get this mic back in. I'm just gonna hold it down. So, yeah, you see how I added the participation? That's good teacher techniques, you know, so you try to add the class members so you're not up there talking over. So, get this one on the side over here. How many degrees does it take? Hey. My father always clowns me. He didn't graduate high school, and I got a master's, and I can't do some basic stuff. So he always throws that out. It's common sense. Man. Can't teach that in the school. All right. So why am I blah 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 all this time? Richard Pryor stopped using it because he went to Africa and said, I don't see any niggas. And he came back to the United States and he said, why are we using that? We something twisted, something got twisted. So I just started back in high school teaching at Northland, and I hear it like more than I hear the word man or person or dude or woman or brother, sister. When someone else is saying it and they end the word, someone else is starting. And I'm like, why don't the teachers ever check that? If you do it outside of school, whatever, but in school, shouldn't we be teaching young people to use other words to describe each other? And I know in the room we have a spectrum. Some of us, we feel strongly about it, not using it, but we still find it creeping out sometimes. But regardless of what you feel in the school, shouldn't we be reaching for something higher than what we are right now? So I came up with this poem. Well, it's not really a poem, but it's called 10 Questions About Being a Nigga. And I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to put it on a big poster and get it laminated and just put it in the hallway. And, whatever happens. I'm looking for another job anyway. When I get my own classroom, it's going to be in there, though. if someone allows me to call myself a nigga, does it mean that they think I'm a nigga? Number two, if I stop being a nigga today, what would I become? Number three, what was I before I became? Number four, why or when, rather, did I become a nigga? Number five, matter of fact, after I get number one, I'm gonna hear the number that I'm on. We're on number five right now. So when I get number this, you will say number six. Alright? Number five, who made me into a nigga? Love you. How did I become a nigga? Number seven, where is nigga land? What is a nigga? Am I a nigga? What niggas? I think we're doing the one poem and then a rotate so we get everybody up in here. But I gotta invite my I got like a family member up here. He's in the back, and I gotta invite him to come up here now because I don't know if I get another chance to get on this mic, and I don't know if he come up here by himself. So I want a big round of applause for brother Isaiah Carter. He's coming to the mic. Sometimes you gotta encourage, even if by force. Love you. Love you.
I wasn't planning on getting the microphone. More so came to just get the set and get the vibe and get the inspiration to keep writing. Bring it on, Freddie. You all right? This right here. Honestly, I was a little nervous when coming here because I only have 2 poems in this book. And this is the only book I brought. And in this poem, and then in this book, rather, it's my spiritual views on life, on my situations, some that reoccur.
Speak black.
And this poem is entitled Believe. I wrote this in October 21st. It goes, in the darkest hour of my journey to where I am unsure, I have experienced storms unlike any before. Magnificent thunder from which many would tremble, flee, and shake, unaware if I myself would eventually break, completely disregarding the controller of my fate. O thee of little faith, I've been there before. The lightning was quite frightening, deadly if caught by its electrifying kiss. If you stray away, believe evil is now in the midst of the storms which rise, that are not of joy, circles weeping and seeking what they once had before. But it's you who ignore your God, desperately searching inside of self for that which is never left. Don't want to follow, but rather believe in self. Child, understand, demons creep, they sleep at the feet of those who are weak, those unaware of the message their subconscious speaks.
coming to the mic. Now this is what I want to say. Generally, it's not quite so many beautiful souls, and we're so appreciative of this momentum and this energy, and the overflow is a blessing. So with that said, we are going to keep it rapid fire like. We're going to come in, because normally we can ramble, we can get in, and we can tell jokes, nah, but there is like 1, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, woo. Okay, we're gonna open the door. You hot. Let's prop that door open for a little bit just to catch a breeze. We got the one in the back, we can prop that open and get a 1 cross breeze. Let's get this in. Is this the sister that embraced the change to break the chain?
My name's Jaleel. I just turned 19 on Thursday. But I haven't written in like forever, so I'm like really nervous. But yeah, this poem is like a conversation between God and myself. It starts out with a song, but the song's really short, so. I cried out, Lord, there's so many high pursuits of fortune and fame, but in the land of the living, to die means gain. So who will save us? Jesus, save us from us. Oh, please save us. With so many high pursuits of fortune and fame, to live is to lose, but to die is gain. So will you save us? Will you save us from us? Oh, please help us. And he says, it's funny how you camouflage captivity in the form of freedom. The world won't even call upon its savior when it's clear that you need one. The American dream tells you to fight a battle that I already won. But the nightmares make you pray for brighter days. You don't even believe in the sun. So in darkness, you wait for me to show my face. Do you have any idea what it would mean for that to take place? You see, the world's point of view is the equivalence of nothing. Because the world is always chasing after the wrong ducklings. And while it's crucifying beautiful swans and making them feel ugly, it's worshiping the scum of the earth and making it look lovely. But Satan is so bony, he has nothing clean to wrap you in. Their future is so dark because their present is so wrapped in sin. And once pride kicks in, then they're just wrapped in them. Trying to escape, but like mice, they're just trapped again. What they lack within, they try to compensate with green dough. Their hearts are weeded gardens in which only hate and greed grow. And although money can't buy happiness, apparently it feeds souls. As Satan's lies are the main course and they appetize on the seat roll. They don't know that all power is really in my hands, because lies have them handcuffed and they're wearing it like wristbands. They only glow in the dark because the light is something they cannot withstand. Down on your knees, pray to me so you won't seek in quicksand. But the conditioning of man says they must remain in jail, because only I can set them free. My former pain was veil. But if the thermostat of the world remains on hell, they can only move around the board hoping the game ends well. They didn't fail, so Satan tries to teach them a lesson, having them so confused with the curriculum
eyelashes, all that. But this is what I'll say. They tell me I'm made in God's image, but I look like my mom and dad. They tell me, hold on, let me start that up. My bad. Alright. They say I'm made in God's image, but I look like my mom and dad. They say God provided for me, but I swear my mom and dad me first. They say if I hear voices, then I'm schizo. But if I go into church, they say I'm a prophet, and I hear the Lord. Okay, it's getting kind of fuzzy now. Now they say, if I'm dyslexic, that means I read backwards. But if I wanted to read Hebrew, it's read right from left. It's getting even fuzzier. Can I ask you a question? Can I be the head of my household? How can I be the head of something I ain't created? I don't believe birds. The only time birds make a nest is when they about to lay eggs. The only reason a kangaroo got a pouch is for that baby. So what's a house? A house is an extension of a woman's womb. So how can I be the head of something I didn't create? Oh, it's getting fuzzy. Now let's talk about these things. See, now the black woman, that's what I worship. Yeah. Touched by the skin, you know, black is the mom. Yes, it is. And I'm just gonna end y'all with this. It's a lot of things they tell me, but it's a lot of things I see. So you can go and believe what they say, or you can know what you see. Peace.
How y'all feeling? Y'all alright? What up? Let me get straight into it. My name's Serious Ad, and I got a new piece I ain't read before. It's called Text Message Silence. So if you ever was text messaging somebody and it took them 80 years to reply, this piece might relate. Sweet. I looked at my phone. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I was taught that the only thing open at this time of morning is opportunity. Text message signal special delivery. Some relationships are like championship MMA bouts. Excitement is gained through close contact. We wrestle in the octagon of my bedroom. I cannot slam you enough. We cannot sweat enough. Submission moves are encouraged. Tapping out leads to high ratings. You etch my championship belt across my back in scratches, but you cannot fight forever. Other relationships are like the Museum of Fine Art. Timing is a stroke of Leonardo da Vinci. 1 second is 1 century, so it took just 16 seconds to acknowledge the 16th century walking Mona Lisa that you are. Calling you beautiful is dismissive. Calling you perfection is a mere description. I love you through silent viewing because I know if I touch you, I will only damage you. Wish does not mean I do not contemplate breaking museum rules, only that I'm trying to be a better person than my past pitfalls propagate. If pelvic thrust could bring my brother back, I promise I will enter you and never leave. If kissing your lips could erase the kiss I had with unpreferred fate, I will French kiss you with a lusty lip lock that only timelessness could untangle. If telling you what you want to hear could make my father reappear and tell you once more, son, I love you. I would talk to you until my vocal cords became swollen with satisfied exhaustion. When she thinks UFC, she does not see. And you, a lot is said in a museum of silence. And 160 characters is not enough space. I'm going to work on me before I put the work on you. If I do not reply, the most incorrect thought to think care about you.
You on your way out, brother? Yeah, we keeping it moving. I thank you for the New York pace. Hey.
Peace. My name is Jesus. Real quick, I just want to say I feel real at home, and this is the first time in a long time I've actually been nervous to get on here. So I had a piece that I tried last week that was in rough draft. I think I finished it, so I'm gonna try it here. And right there are severed heads of mermaids in the back pocket of aborted dreams, heartbeats, and the fetus that half belongs to the neighborhood boy. 13-year-old little girl from the back seat in the rearview mirror sees her mother smile that used to remind her of tuck-ins, bedtime stories, and the crust cut perfectly off peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Looking back at her from the rearview mirror in a back seat, her eyes reminisce and are bruised. She wants to scream. The rip in her lips hurts just as bad as her thighs. She is torn. Her womb has been compromised and her ego has been ripped, and the grown man conception is locked in a jar on display in a hospital room. And her mother smiles from the rear view while her thoughts have rear viewed just a few hours before the trip to Walmart, to the fat sweaty man that smelled like peroxide in the white coat, to the grown man beating her father handed out with the change he gives reluctantly to homeless veterans. No love, just a little something to ease his conscience. Her father's words, heavy like the toe of his sneaker against her back. This is what happens when you don't keep your legs closed. The word you're a whore echoes to the back seat to earlobes of a 13-year-old little girl who now carries the severed heads of mermaids in her back pocket. And her mother smiles. She smiles like the man in the white coat, like the nurse who wiped her tears and sadly smiled, assuring her that everything will be okay. In the parking lot of Walmart, in the back seat, she is wishing that the neighborhood boy would carve a spaceship from the sidewalk chalk that they shared, and sincerely drew hearts and their names inside of it, added a plus sign to equal their earth. She is wishing on the universe the neighborhood boy would swoop in a spaceship built from their love and chalk, eyes closed tight. She's still wanting. Parents sent him away till things died down. Eyes closed tight, even when they are open. And she sees her mother's cold smile. And they welcome to Walmart smile. And the half retarded dude welcome her through the door and smile. Come in, welcome to Walmart.